There aren't too many things that you could consider a time machine. They show their history. They take us back to an era long ago. Well, now some of those time machines are being restored by a local company. They put life back into vintage wooden boats that are being remade in North Carolina. They're different. The way they move, the sound, you notice it right away.
There's something about the feel of a wooden boat going through the water. It sounds different, it feels different, it doesn't pound, it doesn't have that oil can sound, and they seem to take waves better.
Gary Lowell knows it's part of his DNA. His family has more than 200 years of experience creating boats made to handle some of the roughest seas off the New England coast.
Started a boat building company in 1793, and they're still operating today. And they made the famous Grand Banks dory, which they are still making today, over 200 years ago.
Gary started Lowell Boats in Greensboro 30 years ago. He and his staff take the time to rebuild and restore antique and classic wooden boats. Everything from runabouts to motorboats, sailboats, and a particular style that gained a foothold in North Carolina back in the 1930s. Small electric boats made by a company called Electrocraft.
There were small communities at the time that didn't want this noisy, loud, stinky thing called an outboard motor, which had just come on the market. So there are lots of lakes and little small community ponds throughout the east where they don't allow gas engines, but plenty of electric boats still exist in those areas.
One of those lakes is in Roaring Gap. As families there hand down their mountain home to a new generation, they often hand over the vintage wooden Electrocraft boat. And quite a few have come through Lowell Boats for a full restoration. In this case, their location offers a few advantages.
Boats of the day were made from materials local to that area. So down here in the Carolinas, we are fortunate to have some of the best boat building woods in the world. You have Atlantic white cedar and white oak, which grow in your backyard.
Gary and his staff work to preserve the materials that are solid and usable while patching or replacing the areas that need repair. Update the electrical equipment, add a modern fuel system when needed, some carefully laid coats of spar varnish, and these boats are ready to make a few more years of memories. This Electrocraft was given a test on the open water just to make sure it's ready. They know the repairs they've made are now a page in its history.
When we find a boat that has been in disrepair for decades, but there are pictures of someone's grandparents riding on it, and now they're fixing it up to give it to their grandkids. So that's 5 or 6 generations span of these boats, and that's some of the most rewarding parts of this.
So if you see one of these vintage Electrocrafts slowly tracking across the water at one of those quiet lakes in the high country, now you know the people who are willing to spend months, sometimes years, just to make sure those beautiful boats come back to life. A restoration on a boat that size can run from, say, $10,000 up to $50,000, but there are a few others that will get as much attention out on the water. With the proper maintenance, they'll last many, many more years. Now, Lowell also offers classes and some of the techniques that they use in the restoration process. Find out more by going to lowellboats.com.